can't fix you. Oh, oh, no, I can't fix you. Oh, no, no.
Hey and welcome back to my channel. Today I will be doing my April TBR. This TBR will include about 7 books. This year I do have a reading challenge to read 100 books this year. So far I am only about 7 books in. So what I'm trying to do is pack on as many books as I can in my TBRs throughout the month so that I can reach my goal. I do want to put a good dent in it, at least by July. So I did add an extra book to this TBR just in case I'm able to fit one in. I don't want this video to be too long, so let's go ahead and get started. The first 3 books I have here are either the beginning or the end of series I am currently reading or have read in the past, and I'm just starting over. So the first one I have here is Allegiant by Veronica Ruth. This is the last book in the Divergent series. I just finished Insurgent 2 days ago, so I'm wasting no time by getting this one started so that I can go ahead and finish this series, because after this series I do want to read the Hunger Games series. So that's why I went ahead and added this to my April TBR. Okay, so the next book I have here is King's Cage by Veronica Aviar. This is what I thought was the last book in the Red Queen series. When I went to go pick this up at Barnes & Noble, I did realize that she did come out with another book after this one. So this one is the 3rd book in the series. So after I finish this one, I will definitely be sure to go ahead and pick up the next one just so I can go ahead and get this series finished, because it's taken me about 6 months to finish this series so far. I did finish Glass Sword about 6 months ago, so I really want to go ahead and get this series finished. The last book I have here in my series category is Knots and Crosses by Mallory Blackman. In my book haul, I do believe I said Marlene, so I do want to apologize about that. It is Mallory Blackman. This is a book that I have already read, but when I read it, I didn't have the actual physical copy. I only had the Audible copy because this was only available in the UK when I read it last year. I was able to find a physical copy on Book Outlet, so I did go ahead and pick it up, as well as the sequel. I did want to read this one first again just to get it fresh in my mind again before I read the next one. I do remember it vividly, but I just wanted to have like every detail that I could have in my mind before I read the next. I actually didn't know that there would be a next book in the series, but I am definitely very excited about it because this story was a great story and I highly recommend it to anyone. So after those 3 books, they are kind of heavy books. They are war and blood and race and, you know, really heavy topics and subjects like that. So I did want to pick up a few fun, quirky contemporary. So the next book I have here is Mosquitoland by David Arnold. This book is about a girl that is trying to get back home to her mother, who she recently found out is sick. She currently lives with her father, but she wants to get back to her mother so that she's able to take care of her. So she takes a Greyhound and get there. During that trip, she encounters a bunch of funny, energetic traveling companions. So I thought this would be a good, fun contemporary to add to my TBR. The next book I have here is Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertelli. This is also a book that I would consider a funny contemporary. This is about a homosexual boy that has not come out of the closet yet, but an email about his sexuality has been sent to the wrong person. So this sounds like something that would be a funny and quick read. This is also a book that has been turned into a movie. I'm not sure if it was a movie first and then they wrote a book about it, or if it was a book first and then they made a movie about it. But it is definitely a movie that I want to go see. But I wanted to pick up the book first before I went to go see the movie, so I'll be able to add another book to my reading challenge, as well as be able to go see the movie when I finish. This book, as well as the last one, has also been made into a movie, which is a movie that I want to go see. So once I finish Everything by Nicole Woon, I will definitely be able to go see the movie as well. This is a romance contemporary that I wanted to add to my TBR for this month because I already have my funny, so now I needed a little bit of love to add into there. So this is one that I have heard a lot about, and I wanted to go ahead and give a read so that I was able to see what all the hype is about and fall in love with it just as much as everyone else has. The last book on my TBR is not so much as a light-hearted contemporary. This is a book that has also been made into a movie, but this movie did make me cry, and it is dealing with a heavy subject, and that is The Help by Catherine Stockett. The Help is one of my favorite movies. Again, every time I watch it, it makes me cry, especially that one part. I'm not gonna give any spoilers just in case you haven't seen the movie, but I definitely recommend the movie to you guys because it is a great movie. Being that I love the movie so much, I definitely wanted to go ahead and give the book a good read, so I did add it on my April TBR. The next book I have here is the bonus book that I was talking talking about that I wanted to add in just in case I was able to finish all the other books during the month of April, and that is The Outside by S.E. Hinton. This is a book that I have already read when I was in high school. You know, it's one of the classics, but I don't remember it. I honestly only remember one line, and I think that's from this book, and it's Stay Golden Pony Boy, and that's about it. But it is a book that I have seen floating around YouTube recently. I see that a lot of people are diving back into the classics, and I want to go ahead and dive into them as well. So the first classic that I am picking up is this one. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get it read during the month of April. If there are any other classics out there that you guys recommend, that you like the most, that are your favorite classics that you read back in high school, if you're currently still in high school, please leave them down below. I am definitely interested in recommendations for classics, but I definitely do want to rack up some classics so that I am able to complete 100 books by the end of this year. Okay, so that is the end of my April TBR. I don't think 8 books is a lot to get read in the month of April. I think if I'm consistent enough, then I'll be able to go ahead and get them read. So hopefully, fingers crossed. I will start doing reading vlogs just so you guys can see how I read and what my weeks are like. I am also thinking about doing a 24-hour readathon or a 24 and 48. I recently did it a few months ago, and during that time I was able to get 5 books read. And I think by doing one again, I'll be able to put a good dent in my reading challenge. So I'm thinking about maybe doing it because we're still in the last week of March. So I'm thinking about either doing it this week or waiting until the month of April to get it done. I'm not exactly sure what I'll do. If I do it in the month of April, I'll be including the books that I have in my TBR. If not, if I do it this week, I will pick some other books off my shelf to do those and just save my TBR for the month of April. Okay, so as always, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
I can't fix you up. Oh, no, I can't fix you up. No, no, I can't fix you up. Oh, no, but I still miss you. But I still miss you.